All right, hello everyone. My printer, of course, is broken, so I just kind of rewrote what your homework looks like on this sheet, and I'll show you how to do the odd problems first, and then maybe you can try the even ones on your own. If not, we can come back and work through those together as well. But let's start with 1 and 3 just to get in the swing of things. Number 1 is asking you to calculate the total purchase if you were to buy a shirt that cost $22.95 at a 6% tax rate. So what that means is, in addition to the actual cost of the shirt, you're gonna add on a tax that's the same as 6% of that retail price. So our first job is to figure out how much is gonna get added on at the cash register for tax. That is really 6% of $22.95. So whatever is going to get added on in the form of tax is going to be 6% of $22.95, and we talked last week about how of just means multiply. So I can convert this into just one operation math problem. It's 6%, which is 6/100ths, times $22.95. And that's gonna give me the tax amount, 6% of $22.95. If I type that in, I get 1.37, and round it up because I'm talking dollars and cents here. I would want that to end at the hundredths place. So it's really 1.38. So that tax is gonna be $1.38 that's gonna be added on to the cost of the shirt, which is $22.95. So in order to figure out the total purchase, it's gonna be the cost of the shirt plus the tax that's added on. And when I add 1.38 plus 22.95, I get 24.33 for the total purchase price. So that's tax. Tip is actually no different. Tip is just something that's being added on when you have to pay for something. If you're paying for a lunch, you want to tip your waitress, you're going to pay $24 for the lunch, but you're also going to pay an extra amount to her or him that's equal to 15% of 24. So I need to find out what that tip would come out to be. 15% of 24 is really 0.15 times 24. And when I type that in, 0.15 times 24, that gives me 3.6. So that tells me the tip amount that I am going to pay my server is $3.60. Yes, I know my calculator said 3.6, but I know in dollars and cents, that's $3.60. So now it's time to figure out everything I'm going to pay, or the total. So again, I'm paying for the $24 lunch, but I'm also paying my waiter or my waitress $3.60 or $3.60. So when I add that all up, 24 plus 360 comes to $27.60 in total. I'm gonna keep going to the other odd ones at the bottom of the sheet. Number 5 was talking about going to a restaurant and paying $58.65 for your bill or for your meal. In this case, you're going to pay a 20% tip to your server, which means, yes, you're going to pay the $58.65. You're also going to pay 20% of that amount to your server. So that means, like before, 20% of $58.65. Well, of means multiply. So 0.20 times 58.65. When I multiply that out, I get 1173. That's the amount of the that the server is going to get if we pay her a 20% tip. So 1173 is how much is going to my server. Now I still have to pay the actual dinner bill because this question's asking for the total. So I'm paying $58.65 for my meal. I'm also paying my server $11.73. And when I add that up, $58.65, I get $70 $2.38. Okay, this is the last problem that I'll do on this video. And then once you try the even ones, you can let me know which ones were still, you still had issues with. This is a tax problem. So you're paying a certain amount for a computer. You're also gonna have to pay a tax on it. So we need to figure out what 7.5% of $1,150, because that's gonna get added on to my retail price. Of means multiply. So I'm going to figure out what 7% of 1150 is, which means I need to do 7.5 hundredths. And remember, when we turn this into a number that we can use, we've been moving the decimal over twice. 7.5%, and if you're still not sure, you can think 7%, that looks like this, and there's an extra 5 on there. 7.5% is 0.075. When I multiply that out times 1,150, I get a tax amount of $86.25. So that's pretty high, but keep in mind our retail price is also pretty high. Here's my tax amount. I'm also going to pay my initial or original retail amount. So that's going to come out to 1,150 plus the tip amount, not the tax amount, which is $86.25. So when I add that up, 1,150 plus $86.25, I get this total amount that I'm going to have to pay when I actually go to the cash register. So that comes out to $1,236.25. In other words, we're taking that original amount and we're also adding what we know to be 7.5% of that original amount on. Okay, so try the even problems on your own. Remember, each and every single one of these is essentially the same. Whether it's tax or tip, we're still finding a percent of that original amount. Find that amount that's going to get added on, and then your total is going to consist of your original amount plus whatever that percentage came out to be. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes, and then we can kind of regroup and see how you did on the evens. If we need to go over some of the evens, that's fine too. Just let me know, and we'll be good to go.